Hey there, Boston Celtics fanatics! We've got an intriguing trade speculation to analyze today. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Gerald Bourguet from GOPHNX.com has come up with several Damian Lillard trade proposals, and one of them has your beloved Boston Celtics as the central characters. Now, before we dive into the details, it's essential to note that this trade proposal is highly hypothetical and somewhat audacious. So, here it is. The proposal involves sending Derrick White, Al Horford, Robert Williams III, and Malcolm Brogdon from the Celtics in exchange for. The trade grade for the Boston Celtics is C-. Bourguet admits that this trade is something the Celtics probably wouldn't consider, given that they don't have significant championship aspirations in the hypothetical scenario where the front office goes all in to acquire Lillard and Nurkic. Boston has already lost Marcus Smart and Grant Williams in the summer, Bourguet said, before adding, sending out Malcolm Brogdon, Derrick White, Al Horford, and Robert Williams III would take a considerable chunk out of the rotation. Outside of that big four and the newly acquired Nurkic, Boston would be relying on Peyton Pritchard, Oshae Brissett, SVI Mykhailiuk, and Luke Kornet. That's far from a championship-caliber bench. While the starting five would be unmatched in talent and potential, and, if healthy, could be generational on offense, the bench would be so thin that one injury to a starter would likely derail any serious playoff run. In addition to the internal roster damage the Celtics front office would cause, this trade would strengthen the Suns, giving Phoenix the possibility of an upgrade at the 5 position and a second-unit floor general coming off a 6th Man of the Year award. As they are, the Suns might not be genuine contenders, but this trade would transform them into one. Here's another piece of news about a former Celtics guard finding a new home ahead of training camp. Broderick Thomas has signed a contract with the Clippers. Law Murray, from The Athletic, reports that it's an Exhibit 10 contract. Thomas, a 26-year-old, spent parts of 2 seasons with the Celtics before being one of the final cuts during last year's training camp. He averaged 1.8 points and 0.9 assists per game in his 12 appearances for Boston and played a total of 44 regular season games. Despite these limited appearances, Thomas has been a standout in the G League throughout his professional career, averaging 16.1 points and 3.7 assists over the past 3 seasons. Thomas will likely enter the Clippers training camp with little chance of securing a spot in the competitive 15-man roster. However, he is eligible for a 2-way contract, having only 2 seasons of NBA experience so far. The Clippers have one remaining 2-way slot, with Moussa Diabate and Jordan Miller occupying the other 2. Thomas joins a long list of former Celtics from the 2021-22 roster who have found new homes in recent weeks. Former 2-way player Matt Ryan inked a new deal with the Timberwolves on Tuesday, while Romeo Langford signed a training camp deal with the Jazz last month. NBA training camp opens up around the league starting next Monday. Hey, Boston Celtics fanatics! What's your take on these topics? Share your opinions in the comments as they are of great importance.